You're watching an episode of Spirits People Live with Johnny Michelson.
All right, there we go. Tuesday. And we are live. What happens? So, I got my tripod working again here, or my arm, or whatever you want to call it. Bourbon and the baby, what's going on, man? I caught you on the last drop live. I can't remember what day you were on. Here, new Dram drinker is here in the house. What's going on, guys? What's going on? Sheldon Legendre? Sorry, I don't think I've seen you before. What's going on, man? We're going to be drinking some blind samples today. And we have, of course, new Dram drinker in the house. Christian. It's a little bit early for you, Christian, I know, but yeah, hopefully you can pop in here, and hopefully you're not driving. All right, we got Jim here, whiskey novice. What's going on, man? Potentially on his way to work, as per usual. But yeah, we'll see. We'll see what happens. See what happens. So we have some blind samples today. I have them poured right here. So they're not blind for me, but for Nikki and Anthony, they're going to be blind samples. So we'll see what they think of those, and yeah, we'll just have a chat, and that's it. So come on here, new Dram drinker. YouTube phenomena, but yeah, we'll have them on here on Instagram.
Oh, we're on.
What's going on? Oh,
Moving.
Hello.
let me up my audio here. I can't hear you. Oh, there we go.
You got us?
Yes, now.
Yeah.
Can
No,
you
it's
hear
just
me
my...
now?
How are we?
Yeah, good. How are you guys?
Good. How was the trip?
Oh my gosh. It was amazing. It was absolutely exhausting, but yeah, very good.
Good. Did you bring anything back with you?
No, just a lot of good memories and some exhaustion.
I didn't know if you were still going to be away and you'd be doing this from there.
Yeah, I did consider it, and now I wish I'd stayed because my flight was super early. I have no memory of booking a flight this early. And in hindsight, it sounds ridiculous. Like, why would you ever do that? But yeah, I had a good nap this afternoon, so
Good. That's all you need.
Yeah.
Back on track.
yeah. So. But I have an old fashioned here, so I'll keep it going.
Fantastic.
Oh shit! No, there's a yeah. So. Some choppers. I have to have the window open because there's no way I'll survive without it.
Yeah. I think Vin's the same in his room.
Warm as well.
He gets hot in his room with all these lights as well.
Oh yeah. I haven't invested in some LEDs, so I just have all the lights on. So.
Yeah.
All right, cool.
Yeah.
So I see you guys have prepared. I've seen your last couple of posts. You guys all good to go?
We're all good to go. We don't know what we're going to do, but we're good to go.
And the envelope is still sealed.
Yeah.
Nice.
We haven't looked.
That's evidence. So
Yeah.
so let me just I'll scroll through here. There's a couple of people actually that are popping in. A few over from YouTube as well. We got Vin popping in. What's going on?
How you doing, Vin?
The Brummies. Yeah.
Behind his room.
Got Bourbon and the baby as well. We got Frederick. What's going on, man?
How you doing, Frederick?
All right. So I don't know if the noise is too much. If I can put the fan on, but that might be noisy too. But
We're not picking it up too much this end. To be honest.
all right, cool. Good. So for everyone watching, today I've sent you guys 2 blind samples. I gave you 1 sample before. I saw you posted it. Feel free to taste that. Feel free to taste that as well. It was just that's for you guys, so you don't have to open that now.
Okay,
Yeah.
cool. Thank
You
you.
can if you want to.
Okay.
But yeah, the 2 blind samples are something So I'll give you a couple of hints. just to get your mind trickling. So it's something I've tasted before, and it's something I've tasted before together. So I don't know if you listened to my podcast or seen some previous live streams. So it's something that's not going to be new for me or for some viewers, but it's probably going to be new for you guys. So wanted to share something interesting. And I can reveal that they're American whiskeys because I know you're primarily Scotch, so I wanted to give you something that's just kind of something that might tickle your fancy. Who knows?
Fantastic, fantastic. I'm sure it will.
I'm always up.
Yeah. Cool. All right. So cheers to everyone.
Cheers, guys.
Joining in, and thanks for joining us tonight, guys. Pleasure to have you on.
Thank you very much. Thanks for having us. It's an honor to be on.
Mm. So, with no further ado, okay, this is actually getting really noisy for me. Can hear absolutely nothing. There's a chopper for some reason looking for me. It's right above the house.
You're going to suffer for your art now.
Yeah, I know. So yeah, what I wanted to do is just to kind of have and this is what I normally do when I have people on, just like a casual chat. And obviously you guys have a YouTube channel, and I highly recommend to everyone watching, like, go and check it out, New Dram Drinker. You guys are just kind of getting into the world of whiskey and really just exploring everything. You're doing a bunch of cool videos. So before we get into the tasting, if you want to talk a little bit about like how you guys got started with the channel and what's kind of like getting you guys going into the world of whiskey.
Yeah, sure. I mean, our original kind of thing was when we were first getting into whiskey, we had trouble on YouTube finding channels that came at it from our level, where everyone we seemed to watch, they always could get so many different things from the whiskies. Then we would buy those whiskies and not get any of it, and every whiskey seemed like a disappointment because you're expecting to get all the different notes that these people were saying you were getting.
Yeah.
So we kind of thought maybe there's a slight gap in the market there, so we thought, why not give it a go and jump in front of the camera? And that first video is always the hardest, and we're still here. So people, we're getting nice comments and things like that, and it seems to be hitting home with a few people. So it's it's good. It's rewarding when you get the nice feedback, and people seem to be getting from your videos what you're hoping they're getting from it. You know what I mean? Bit of fun, bit of whiskey, and making some friends on the way.
Yeah, exactly.
That's
what it's all about. I mean, it's the best community, and similar. Maybe a similar story to what I did, and I had a different channel actually here on Instagram many years ago, probably about three years ago. It was called the Spirits Cabinet, and it was kind of again a way for me to kind of just get into it, and like throughout that journey just met so many amazing people, and it's really rewarding just to kind of talk to people, and automatically they kind of carry you, and they take you on their journey as well. So like this becomes this beautiful like family engagement, if you will.
That was one of the things that we really were shocked by, was just how welcoming people were, because you feel like when you're coming into it new, it's already kind of set in its ways and they don't want anyone new coming in, but it's been the opposite, to be honest. Everyone's been really welcoming.
And we're just learning so much from everybody that's been doing it for a while. So it's good.
It's been awesome, to be honest. It's been a really pleasurable experience, just that side of it.
Yeah.
So it's great.
That's nice. Yeah, I mean, like and I'll say what I enjoy about your channel is that not only are you on this journey, but you're also on this journey together, and you're kind of like not necessarily at the exact same level. So like, I know Nikki, you're kind of just getting into it, and Anthony, you're maybe a little bit further ahead. So like the fact that you guys have this channel together and can kind of discuss also makes it really interesting to watch, and regardless of whether or not you're 10 years or 30 years down the road of drinking whiskey, just like seeing that dynamic you guys have is amazing.
But then we've been having like conversations with people who, like yourself, the knowledge is compared to us is through the roof, and even then the conversations you can have being on such different levels, you can still have a great conversation about whiskey, and it doesn't matter how long you've been doing it for. It's just everyone's so happy to share. I think that's been the best thing, really.
Awesome.
And we learned a lot watching you as well.
Yeah.
We'll cook some apples cook some apples and put them in glasses. We watch them. We watch them all.
Nice. With that said, should we try some whiskey?
I think we should. Yes. I think
All
we
right,
should.
So this is A.
You have A in the glass? Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. All right. Cheers, everyone. So it's
Cheers.
A.
Bit
Going
silver.
in.
That's really nice and rich, that is. Really nice.
Are you getting anything in particular that you think is nice?
I think like that sweet caramelly taste, smell.
Yeah. Raisins.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Vanilla, maybe.
Yeah, it's very sweet.
Is it
Really sweet, really rich as well. Not just the colour, but you can smell. There's a heavy smell, isn't it? Yeah. The nose is really thick and rich.
Would I be wrong if I said I thought it was a rye?
You would be wrong, yes.
Would be wrong. Okay.
Yeah. So rye tends to be a little bit more either spicy or quite gingery or quite grassy.
Yeah. I
But
sometimes
it's
get
not-
those mixed up.
Yeah, it's not a typical bourbon though, so there is definitely something. So you're not wrong in saying that there is something slightly different.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, so good.
Do we know what percentage this is?
You feel free to guess. I mean, there's no right or wrong, and I'm not gonna examine you guys. I just wanted to kind of experience it, and I'm just interested to see what you guys think and what kind of flavors you can pick out.
Yeah. At the minute, even without tasting it, you can tell that's a really rich, good quality. Like that's a really interesting, like not a cheaper run of the mill type thing. There's a lot going on there.
Yeah.
It's a
Nice.
good as well. Yeah.
Someone's saying in the comments, wheated maybe. Would that be what I'm picking up?
Well, it could be. So wheated. So just a Christian's point, like wheated whiskeys tend to be a little bit with a softer note, and you can sometimes get almost like a white bread,
Right.
like a flour note.
Is there like a tiny little, there's a subtle flavour of like a spice, I don't want to say cinnamon. I don't think it's cinnamon. Just that lip. It's really subtle.
Yeah, definitely some baking spices.
Yeah.
And I think we were talking about it over on Chris's YouTube channel, the last drop. I think when I was on about when you start nosing things, and you kind of start with the categories. So you start with spice, and then you narrow it down to maybe baking spice, and then you kind of narrow it down to cinnamon or cloves and those kind of things. So it's part of that journey to kind of narrow it down, which I find really interesting.
Yeah.
But
we've started doing a little bit of that, because watching your video, about the 3 different ways you did the apples. So we've started doing things like that with vanilla. So you can have vanilla extract, you can have vanilla pods, you can have a vanilla milkshake. So we've been looking at all of that, because they all have completely different smells and tastes, and just being able to try and pick it up. And herbs, I have a lot of herbs in the garden, fresh. And then when we bought dried ones that were the same, there's a completely different smell and taste to the fresh ones. Yeah.
Yeah.
See, we're putting in the work. It's
nice.
all right.
And we've got our trusty paperwork as well.
Hard work.
That's Whiskey Smith's tasting and nosing notes. So that
Just to give us some vocabulary, really.
Yeah, it's really good. It's like a deductive methodology, which is really helpful. Yeah.
just takes time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We've been doing a few kind of blind tasting, but not blind tasting. So we've been taking the other night we did 3 whiskies. Then I went on their distillery or masters and malt, wrote down everything I should nose or everything I should taste. For all 3, mixed all the words up, so I didn't know which whiskey was which words, and then we tasted them. And having the words in front of us, we did a really good job. It was easier having you might taste one of these or 3 of these. So yeah, it was really good fun because I felt like actually the fact that I could say, oh, it was rich or there's a spice, like I couldn't have done that months ago.
Yeah.
So it's quite exciting. I like it.
Yeah.
What are some of the things you pick up in this, Johnny?
So I get a lot of cinnamon, actually.
Yeah.
Okay.
Quite a lot. And yeah, there's some caramel or borderlining toffee, and I'm getting a little bit of that soft bread.
You see, as soon as you start saying these things, they come straight out, don't they? But unless it's the vocabulary just isn't there at the start to get it out of what we think it is.
I can get it's really subtle cinnamon. I can't get it huge.
It can also be something to, I don't know what temperature is. I mean, right here it's very hot, and I'm going to open the window again.
Helicopters have gone.
Yeah, the helicopter's given up. They think I'm in Camden now.
America's Most Wanted.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They also almost like a burnt caramel.
Yeah, that could be the char from the barrel.
Yeah.
American whiskey is like a newly charred barrel, so you start with char and burnt toast and stuff. Yeah, Vin is saying your association skill will improve over time. It's like, practice makes champion.
Absolutely. Yeah. And that's why we like doing these things with people, because it's almost like having a class.
Yeah. You learn something
We're having a drink
time.
and learning off people. That's
Nice.
exactly what we want. So we love this. The more we can do where we haven't got a clue, we can learn off people, the better.
Yeah, it's amazing. Jazz,
One day,
what's going on?
Yeah.
One day, maybe in about 20 years' time, we'll be you.
No one wants to be me. Trust me. You focus on you guys. Cask Make Whiskey is saying it's all about pattern recognition.
Yeah.
Absolutely, yes.
Yes.
So for anyone watching that doesn't know that I do a podcast, I tend to do a podcast with any kind of spirit, and that categorization, as soon as you start finding those materials. So if you're drinking rum, if you look for sugarcane or molasses, like you all of a sudden have a category, and then all of these like associated things will just narrow down. It's like, okay, now I'm supposed to like have all these things pop out, and then you can forget about everything else, and then you can narrow it down. So, which
is probably what happens when you say what you can get. We stop searching, and then you can focus on that's probably right.
Should we taste?
Yeah, definitely. It's a lovely.
Have you tasted already?
No,
no, just nosing.
No, I've been holding off.
Nice. All right, so everyone who is joining, we're blind tasting, so people are asking what we're drinking. We will know in a minute.
You might. Okay, let's go. I don't know what it is, but I want a bottle of it. That is
I
gorgeous.
The taste lingers so long. So long.
That has got a long...
Yeah, long finish.
Yeah. Wow. Wow. That is absolutely amazing.
So really sweet, really rich.
Has how the raisins come through again for me?
Yeah.
The sweetness does.
I don't get raisins. I was thinking more like like a sherry or a Madeira, that kind of, not raisins, but like that.
Yeah.
Because it's not. It's not
like a port or.
No, it's not strong.
Are you getting some plums or some dates or something?
Yeah, so I think that's.
Dates,
I think whenever I pick up raisins, it's always
like a dark fruit.
When I say raisins, it's more just dark fruits. It's the only thing that because I eat raisins a lot. It just that's how I vocalise that kind of taste.
Yeah, I eat a lot of raisins too, and I'm starting to eat sultanas because I wanted to be able to differentiate more between the two. Especially in Scotch, you can get a lot of either or.
Yeah.
It's a good thing to do if you're interested in Scotch is to eat a lot of raisins and sultanas.
That's good.
Vin is saying the high ABV. I do love a high ABV. What do you guys think about the alcohol on this one? What kind of ABV do you think it is?
It didn't make me pull a face.
Yeah.
It didn't make me go, yeah.
I've got the Glenfarclas 105, which is high, so it's not that high. So I'd say probably
it's more than 40,
43, 47,
I was
something
going to say
like
47. I was going to say a bit higher than 40.
Yeah.
Are we close? Was it really high?
Is it
So
really
Was
high?
it a 50?
It might be the heat, because the heat makes it more difficult, but it's higher than the Glenfarclas.
Higher than what we lost you for a minute.
Yeah, sorry, it's higher than the Glenfarclas.
It is.
Oh,
Yeah.
What?
wow.
So why doesn't it come across that way then? What's because the Glenfarclas definitely comes across as more alcohol than that.
So it could be many things, but right now I think it's the heat, because the heat will numb it a little bit.
Right. Okay.
So I'm definitely also feeling this is a lot softer than when I normally drink it.
Yeah. I would never have said that in a million years. Never.
And maybe it's just more pleasant to drink. Do you know what I mean? Easier to drink.
Is there something that they can do when they're making this whiskey that makes it less of an alcoholic kick?
Mm-hmm.
What would they do to do that? Does that mean it's better made if it's less alcoholic but a high ABV?
So there's a Vin is saying age, Bourbon and Baby says age, and I'll also say age. It can integrate the alcohol in a better way, so it comes across as less independent in the glass.
Right.
So it's less of like, oh, I taste alcohol and then I taste all these other things. It's more kind of merged.
Yeah.
That's good, because I have had whiskies where the spirit is the first thing that hits me, and then I have to really think about the flavours. You know, you get that. Oh, that's like.
And the alcohol almost numbs your palate.
Yeah.
So you can't even get the
kind
taste.
of puts me off a little bit.
Yeah. You can't drink the stronger ones too.
That's all.
That's why.
It's the thing, and then I just go.
That's why that's so good.
That's really
because
nice.
you can.
I knew it was strong, but it's not. Like I said, I didn't pull a face, which is always a good gauge.
Yeah.
Yeah. Good on that.
Yeah, it's funny actually, because in cognac there's a term called rancio, which is exactly that, which means that it's kind of all of the things together. That's kind of the term that they use. There's not a similar term in other spirits, but cognac has it when you get probably around 10 plus years.
Yeah.
You start to feel all of the things that you can taste in the younger cognacs. Tends to feel more kind of integrated.
Yeah.
So yeah, you get that with age, where it's less of a separated experience.
And then thus that makes that easier to drink, doesn't it? A nicer drink.
Yeah, it's an easier, because you don't get that confusion on the palate. It's just nice and easy. Yeah. This is not that old though, so
right. Okay.
Not always the case.
It's a very pleasant drink.
Can a whiskey be too high ABV for it to not taste good at all? Can they go too far with it? Or
Oh yeah. Absolutely.
no matter how much age they give it, it just won't be good? Or can it? Is there like a roof to it?
No, there's no. I mean, there's no rules. I mean, it all depends on. I mean, if you have good quality raw materials, you can have a very young spirit that's absolutely beautiful, and you can have very good raw materials that are very old and be not so good. But it all depends. And then again, people like different things as well.
Yeah.
So there's no right or wrong.
Yeah.
You getting anything else?
I just get the right. It just comes across as raisins, vanilla, sweet. Like you said, there's definitely a strong sherry influence in there, or something like that, or a port or something. There's so much going on.
Yeah, it's very nice.
A bit of caramel as well, burnt caramel. I can still get that as well.
Yeah.
The rye, I'm not getting that rye. What I thought was rye on the palate. It was just what I'm getting wrong on the nose doesn't come through on the palate. It's a different thing completely. But as to what it is, my head's going more. I'm trying to think of the higher ABV whiskies to guess it. But
Hey, we might not have heard of it.
So there's actually a correct guess in the comments here.
okay,
Oh, we haven't been watching the
I did
comments.
see one, which then it made me think of the videos that you've been doing.
So let's reveal, because bourbon and a baby guest,
Well,
Cool.
Old
Yeah.
Weller Antique.
yeah.
So 107 proof, which is 53.5.
Right.
So yeah, not
Well, that's nice.
not super high, but not like
Yeah,
low either.
that is very nice, that is.
Is that easy to get? Like, is that readily available?
No, not necessarily. It does pop up more often over here in the UK. In the US,
Yeah.
it can be quite hard to get. But yeah, it's available, like
Yeah.
Nichols and Perks, and yeah, sometimes Jerry's, sometimes yeah, you would see it online, but
Yeah,
you would have to be quick,
quick.
because they'll be
Yeah.
ripped off the shelves. Yeah.
Understood.
I'll order one along with my iPad stand.
Nice.
That was very
Cool, so you
nice.
guys like it?
Thank you for sharing that with us.
Yeah, of
Much
course.
appreciated. We've got a little bit left as well
Nice.
for a rainy day.
Nightcap.
Nightcap.
Right, Lee, what's going on? Lee's joining us from Poland. Lee is my friend who I joined the whiskey festival with.
Okay.
What's going on, buddy? All right, so
B.
B.
Just
Let's
real
go
good.
in. So can we just throw our glasses out? And we'll be-
Yeah, all good, all good. I'll have some of this old fashioned because I'm a bit overheated here. So
This is quieter now.
Mm.
You've lost your helicopter sound.
yeah, it's no longer looking for me. It's all right.
How's your
With my
YouTube going anyway?
So YouTube for me is it's never really been my primary. I'm trying to think of what I wanted to do over there. So I'm not really there yet. But yeah, all of the footage I took at the whiskey festival in Poland, I'll do a kind of quick summary and put a video together. So that'll probably be over on YouTube.
Yeah.
It's just an easier place to kind of share that kind of
Yeah.
stuff. But yeah, trying to figure out. I don't want to. I mean, it's I don't want to say necessarily compete with everyone else. Like, I don't consider myself doing reviews. Like, even the podcast, I don't think of it as reviews, more like just tastings and kind of evaluation, if you will. So, kind of want to continue on that path. But yeah, I'm not sure yet. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. It'll happen eventually.
Be organic about it, and it will find its own
It
way.
will
Right?
evolve, won't it? Yeah.
Just got to keep on going.
Yeah.
You've got enough knowledge to do anything you want, to be honest. So
There's never enough knowledge.
just more than some.
Yeah. I'm going for wisdom though, so it requires some knowledge and some processing, and then the wisdom will appear. That's the aim.
Doing a good job from where we're sitting, mate.
Yeah.
Thanks, guys. Appreciate that.
Very good. So what have we got here then?
So, Spirit B, also an American whiskey.
Okay.
Similar colour.
Yeah, similar color actually. Yeah, pretty much the same.
Different on the nose. though.
Yeah. That's definitely got sort of corn, like a
Mhm.
Bobby is saying Eagle Rare. No, Bobby, it's not Eagle Rare. Vin missed the reveal. So Vin, this is for you. We're drinking this. OWA. And we're on the second.
So this one seems a bit mustier.
I would say this is subtler.
Yeah. It's a bit more, it's less sweet, isn't it? It's not
Yeah,
as
it's
sweet
not
as the
sweet.
first one at all.
Yeah.
So I get that like a musty kind of. Wheat.
I was thinking, yeah, corn.
So you've either got corn, rye, malt, wheat.
I wouldn't say it was malt.
No. So I don't get raisins, I don't get any, like, there's no fruits coming through. What you getting?
So I'm getting it definitely has that, as you guys say, musty. Yeah, it's a little bit of a, like almost like a dried oak, maybe some leather or something like that.
Yeah.
It's quite different than the other
It's
one.
very different. Yeah, very different.
But I also feel like it has some similarities. It has that caramel, but it's like a more of a burnt caramel, maybe a little bit of brown sugar. And maybe a little bit of some sherry or something, like cherries, maybe black cherries.
Yeah, on the nose it doesn't come across as sweet as I usually find this sherry. That's not American, you silly sausage.
Lot 40 casks. Yeah, no, that's Canadian, bro.
That's Canadian.
Yeah, and it's not lot 40 cask, right?
There is a sweetness there, but it's not like, I'm not getting the sweet, like caramel, butterscotch, honey. It's more of a deeper, you know, like a less sweet.
I think like Johnny said, it was almost like a burnt sugar, almost.
Yeah.
Like a...
Yeah.
I don't know how to explain it. It's
No.
for the best. But then I've just gone back in and I definitely got almost like a pastry then.
Did you?
Yeah, coming away from it and then going back in.
Yeah,
Is
interesting.
that like a pastry, like, you know, like the burnt
Maybe the
sugar
butter.
on the top? Like
Yeah, the buttery, the sugar.
On a crust,
Yeah.
crust on a
Yeah,
like
maybe
apple
like
pie.
like a sweet pie crust.
Yeah.
Yeah, I could see that.
Literally just when I talked
Maybe
to
it's
Nick and
more
then
of
came
a-
back to it, just
Maybe it's more of a toasted. You know that toasted.
toasted
You said
almonds or
burnt,
something
didn't
like
you? Like the burnt sugar,
that. Yeah.
the toasted sugar. No, I'm not getting
Don't get
almonds.
nuts or anything like that. Yeah.
Should we taste it and see if
Yeah.
it adds to the experience?
That is easier to drink. There's less flavour that like explodes in my mouth. Tastes really classy. You know, like
Nice.
a really.
Seems a bit more, what's the word? Smooth. Smooth's a horrible word to
No,
use,
but I know
isn't
what
it?
you're
But
saying. It's like a.
It's almost like,
It doesn't explode.
Yeah.
It's not like the last one. There were so many flavours going on. It was like you got to grasp them all. This was just like.
kind of glides.
Ooh, yeah.
over
I
your
keep
tongue,
doing
and
that.
it's
It
like-
is. It was like a real.
It doesn't. It's not all
Yeah.
the initial flavour straight away. It just kind of
Really like
slides on your
classy.
tongue.
It is. Yeah. That's
Yeah.
like that. Yeah.
Yeah, it's more mellow on the palate than the other one.
Mellow.
Mellow,
That's
that's
the
the
word.
So,
Yeah. It is.
I always go to smooth, and I know smooth is looked down upon, isn't it? As a,
But I knew what you meant. It's that whole.
It didn't kind of, like you say, smack us in the face with its
Yeah.
flavours.
It wasn't.
just
Yeah.
a
It was
nice,
just like a. Ooh.
smooth.
This to me would be a nightcap. You know, you almost you could just like end of the night. I could just imagine you sitting in a Chesterfield sofa, cigar and slippers. Do you know that kind of?
Oh yes.
No, that's a really masculine description. But that's kind of what I thought. You know, like I just thought this is an end of the night. I've never drunk cognac and things like that, but I imagine, you know, that whole tears nightcap.
Yeah, northern bourbon, put butter in it.
Yeah, I
Pretty
think
much
there is
that,
a.
yeah.
I think it's the sugar as well.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
why I think you got the pastry.
It feels a bit more thicker as well. Is it lines your mouth a bit more than the other one did?
Yeah, I haven't got as many
Seems
much
to-
leg.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's funny you say cognac because it has that, and we talked about age. It has that kind of where everything is kind of integrated.
Yeah.
That's
So
it. Yeah,
In my
exactly.
head, an older whiskey or an older spirit would just be so.
Yeah.
It is that mellow. Yeah, that's definitely mellow.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say the finish was as long, but what's there is really nice. It's just like a real subtle. I
Yeah.
can still taste it,
I'd
but it's
say
not as. It's not as full of flavour and as much. It's not as complex. Maybe there's, you know, last one there was so much going on.
Yeah.
This is just so much more refined.
Which one do you prefer?
Refined.
Do you like that one or the first one? Well,
I like
the
them
Weller.
both, but for different reasons. I could see me drinking them differently.
So the Weller's at the start of the night, and this is at the end.
I think the Weller would have to be in the middle of the night. I don't think that would be my first dram. I need a couple of old fashions first, or an Irish. Yeah, this is definitely, yeah.
Yeah, it's a lovely dram, that is.
I'd feel classy drinking this at the end of the night,
Yeah.
whatever it is.
You've sent us a couple of nice.
Yeah, I've never had
samples
anything
there.
like this before.
Yeah, very
Yeah.
Nice. What do you guys think? What do you guys think about the ABV on this one versus the Weller, the first one?
See, I'd say it's easier to drink, but maybe the age thing is coming in. Do you know when you said makes it more softer? My gut feeling is it's not as high ABV because it's just easier to drink. But
How would you differentiate a young high ABV opposed to an older one, and not think it's just a whiskey with a lower ABV? Is it just like experience has taught you the different things to pick out of it, so you know the difference? Or
Yeah, I mean, I'm far from able to pick it out all the time, but I think younger whiskey is usually more sharp. I mean, again, we talked about the separation of the alcohol and the flavors.
Yeah.
So when you have that kind of, and you don't always think about, there's so many things that you can think about when you taste, but like something I definitely, after drinking quite a lot, is able to pick out is like, is this quite young or is more of age? Like there's certain things, and I feel like the high kind of pitch or very sharp sensation of alcohol is usually something that's younger. And also younger spirits tend to be more kind of focused on the material. So in let's say whiskey, you can taste like very much the raw material if it's very young. Like like a young rye whiskey, you can taste the grain kind of. Whereas like the older is more like integrated, as we talked about.
And I think for us, because we're obviously new to buying whiskey, and we're, this one, people are sending us samples. It's really lovely because it opens up our eyes to whiskies we didn't know. Quite often when we buy a brand of whiskey, we are buying the younger ones just because of the cost. So that's probably why quite often sometimes we have whiskies, and I definitely feel that they are harsh, and I do get that spirit. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
That there's a difference there. And I know a couple of times we've bought, say a 10-year-old, and then somebody has sent us a sample of an older one or a different type, and they're so much nicer or easier to drink. And I think that's what I found. It's great having a huge variety of whiskies, but actually we just keep quite often buying the 10-year-olds. Do you know what I mean? Because they're cost effective, I suppose.
I think after one of our first live videos, Alan sent us a Elijah Craig barrel proof. And
we had no idea what we got.
No idea what it was. We just he was like, hey.
And he got absolutely.
Knock it back.
We didn't. It's only
on top
now.
of about 6 other whiskies as well.
It's only now we know
what
it was, but at the time it was just. It might as well have been
it could have been
Daniels to us.
It
was just. It was so.
We were just like, oh, let's try this one, and let's try this one, and let's try this one. Whereas now we're a little bit, and I have a little bit of knowledge, and it's easy to look up. So if you have, like we did, just for ourselves, 3 tastings the other day, and we could work out which one to start with. So then you start with maybe just a more fragrant, lighter one, and we're getting there, to work our way up. Yeah,
I think our biggest problem was when we were first drinking it, we were going in for the stronger ones at the start of the night, and it was blowing our heads off. We were just like, it's just too much. So we've kind of have to work our way into it now. So we figured that out.
Something a bit easier to start with.
Just the journey, isn't it?
Yeah, and I think like buying the 10-year-olds. I think a good way to do it is to do that from different regions, because you do get a sense, or different distilleries, because you do get a sense of what it is that distillery, what profile they offer you, because it tends to be like the Vin PF has taught me the word bog standard, which I didn't know it existed. So it's like you would taste the 10-year-old, which is like, well, that's the standard and the profile that comes from this distillery. And you get a sense of, oh, should I explore this distillery more, or should I just, okay, this is not for me, and you can kind of move on to distilleries or other regions.
Yeah, no, that's a good point.
That's
Isn't
it,
it?
yeah.
And just like you said, distinguishing the different profiles from the different regions. Yeah, we're getting better at it.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Slowly but surely we are.
Yeah.
It's costing me a fortune, but we're getting it.
Yeah.
All in the name of research.
Yeah. Put it on your experience.
This is not a cheap hobby.
Oh, no.
Not at all. Not at
Whilst
all.
to start with, it just gets more expensive, doesn't it, as you go along?
Oh yeah, yeah.
Doesn't
It
get cheaper.
doesn't get any better.
No.
What do you guys? Do you guys have a favorite distillery or favorite region, like at the moment, that you guys are kind of exploring, or are you just kind of still?
Do you know, we're doing the distillery tours in, like, around us locally, and we're kind of very, like, led with our hearts, so we can go to them, and if we love the people and we love the places, you kind of, we get a connection with them. Luckily, the ones we've done, the whiskey has been nice, so it's been easy to kind of fall in love with. But with regards to, like, I suppose, I don't know, who would you say? I don't think we've got any kind of connections to any one distillery yet that we kind of want to explore, that we want to give all of our time to. We just want to, there's too many to really kind of nail ourselves down.
We're still trying to figure out, like, which areas we like. So obviously I'm just starting to get into peated, so that's you've been drinking Isle of whiskies for a while. Speyside is fairly easy for me to drink. Highland, that kind of, so we're kind of doing an area, so we're not necessarily specific on a distillery or a brand of whiskey.
It's more regions,
but it's more the regions.
Yeah.
I still like Irish whiskey because I find it easy to drink.
I love Irish whiskey.
I think we just tend to go, we watch the reviews on YouTube, and we just go with what seems to be nice, what fits our palate. Maybe the samples we've been sent, we'll try those and then go and get a bottle of that if we like to. So I'll definitely be on Amazon or somewhere looking for the first chance I can. But I think it's just, we're too young in it to nail ourselves down to any one kind of place at the moment. So I think
actually Jim, who was on here, I don't know if Jim is still on here, Whiskey Novice, did a very cool live yesterday about buying whiskey before you try it.
Yeah.
I was able to watch some of it. It's a very interesting concept, because obviously you don't always have a chance to try all the whiskey, and sometimes you have an opportunity to buy a bottle that you might think is good, or even some people would do it as an investment and that kind of stuff. But it's an interesting topic. Like, I tend to only buy stuff that I've tried. Yeah. But sometimes you just, I've heard good things, people I trust say thumbs up, and I'll pick it up. But I've definitely made some mistakes with that as well. You end up like,
and I think we found, obviously, because we're still very early in our journey, because our palates are changing, some of the things that we've had early on that we really liked, we've gone back and thought, that's actually not as nice as I thought it was. Or the other way around, I couldn't drink it, and then now I think, actually this is okay. So we've had that recently. A couple that we've thought, we quite like this early on, and now because I've tasted the depth of others, you just go, it's probably not my favourite now. So that's...
Our Big Ten was probably our third bottle of whiskey we bought, and we couldn't drink it. They used to bring it out at parties and let people smell it and see the faces recoil and stuff. But we couldn't drink it. It stayed on the shelf for ages, and then one day we just kind of went back to it.
You did.
And I loved it. It's one of my favourites. So, and that was literally probably 3 or 4 months. Didn't take long. It was amazing, really. I thought it would just be a paperweight, but it was emptied quickly. And replaced.
Nice.
So we need to know what this is.
Come on then, give us the big reveal.
All right, so I said in the beginning that it's something that I've tasted together before. So what comes with this one is usually this one.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Cool.
So same mash bill, different proof and different age.
Yeah.
So they're essentially the same, and they just like bottled it differently. So as you guys can see, just by tasting it, it's like, doesn't taste anything alike.
No,
not at all. Yeah.
I wouldn't have even said they were the same brand.
Yeah.
To be honest.
Yeah. Not at all. Yeah. Which is your favourite? Do you have a favourite out of those two?
I prefer this. The higher proof, and it's mostly because I'm used to drinking higher proof. So this one here falls a little bit short. Most of the time, it's still an amazing whiskey. So if it's on sale, because it is quite hard to find, if it's on sale, I'll usually pick one up.
Yeah.
They go for about probably 35 to 40 pounds at retail if you can find it.
Yeah.
But yeah, secondary could be 100 plus pounds. Yeah.
And how much is the antique usually?
Oh, it's about the same, 35.
Oh,
maybe
right,
40.
okay.
Yeah, I think the Weller 12 is maybe 40, 45 sometimes. I'm not sure. I haven't bought any for a long time, but yeah.
I'd have thought that would have definitely been a premium, the other one, to be honest. Yeah, I thought it was 65 or something like that, definitely.
Yeah, they're very well priced, but yeah, obviously only if you can find them. So
yeah, absolutely. If I find any, I'll buy you a bottle.
Deal. Nice. Cool.
That was
So
good. That was fun.
American whiskey for you guys. So how does it? I don't know how much bourbon and rye have you guys tried?
I haven't got a lot.
So we used to drink bourbon all the time, like that was the first in cocktails and stuff.
Yeah.
We've kind of veered off a little bit, haven't we? We've got a couple of rye.
Nothing of any note.
No,
really.
like
The lot 40 I've looked at a few times. I haven't got round to buying it yet. But we've got like a Whistle Pig.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Bullet. Did you have a bullet rye?
No, we never had that. We had the Jack Daniels,
No,
Jim Beam rye, because it was cheap.
Oh, yeah.
Sainsbury's, I think, one time. And it was nice in old fashions, you know, just because we weren't drinking them as drams anyway. So we kind of, when you're sticking it in an old fashioned, we didn't want to spend too much on it. So we don't stick your best things in cocktails. But so not a lot, but enough just to get us by, you know what I mean?
To wet the palate. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
The last bottle we bought was a bourbon, wasn't it? We
Yeah.
tried the baby bourbon on Jay's recommendation.
Yes, we did. Yeah.
The Hudson. Yeah.
The Hudson, that ended up in the mushrooms.
Yeah. Very good. Very good.
Basil Hayden's is one of my favourite bourbons as well. Makers. We've got Makers 46.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's a few.
Yeah. So Maker's Mark is also a wheated, so you get maybe some similarities between them and these. So it's a wheated material. So yeah, that kind of softness, and Makers is very soft, very easy to drink. Yeah. So these would be kind of a similar, not a similar profile, but there would be some similarities.
Yeah. I think we tried the Makers 46 as well.
We had bottle of
That was quite nice.
Nice.
Whether it was worth the extra money than the standard, I'm not sure, but it was nice.
It was nice.
Nice. Haven't replaced it yet, but maybe. There's other ones to buy, isn't there?
Yeah, I mean, if you want Makers, I would recommend the cask strength. I know it's a little bit pricier, but that for me is an outstanding whiskey. Absolutely.
Right, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll try that one. Definitely. Definitely.
Recommend it. So I don't know, like, do you guys want to know what's in your third samples? Because I don't think we have time to taste it because we are only allowed to be loud for an hour. But
No, I mean,
tell us, and then we'll blind taste it, and then we'll look to see what we should be tasting, and we'll let you know how we got
tell
on.
us what it is, and we'll do our own little version of it. What is it? Oh,
Old Taylor. Never heard of that
Old
one.
Taylor. So also American whiskey. So this is a vintage.
wow.
So this is a bottle from 1983.
Oh.
Wow.
And
Thank you so much.
Let's see what the proof is. I think it's like 86 something. Yeah, 86 proof. So it's quite low, 43%.
Yeah.
But 6 years old.
That's awesome.
The
Thank you
production
so
of
much.
this was obviously different because it's from a different era.
Yeah.
So it's I'll let you guys taste. And,
Yeah.
So we love the 80s. 80s whiskey. Never had an 80s whiskey. That would be brilliant.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Yeah,
That's
thank
amazing.
you. We'll do our own blind tasting and see what we can get out of it. And then
see what
we'll
we can do and see what we can pick up.
Yeah.
We got a giveaway to do, have we?
We have a giveaway, and you guys wanted to do an addition to the tote bags. So do you guys want to show?
Yeah, well, we've got
what you guys are handing off to the winner.
new, we call them tokens, I suppose. They're similar to a challenge coin, but the new Dram Drinker token of our appreciation.
Nice.
We've got some beer mats, stickers,
Cool.
postcard that we'll write to the winner when we know his name and
Or her name.
or her name, yeah, and along with your bag, we'll pass it on to them.
Nice.
We can always
Amazing.
post it to them.
Sweet. So, of course, the Spirits People tote bag, and I know you guys have a few of these.
They're amazing. You can put in, they hold so much stuff.
We've used ours so often, it's unbelievable.
They're so
So
good.
much,
Yeah.
so much alcohol can go in this.
They're so good. Sturdy.
Camera equipment,
Yeah,
and
everything.
Oh, yeah.
loads of stuff.
It's a great travel companion.
Careful. Yeah.
There you
Oh,
go.
there we go.
Literally,
Full,
yeah.
full of stuff.
Always. Nice. All right, cool. So, actually, you know what? I almost forgot, because last week the winner was canceled because it was a repost. So we have 2 winners this week. So you get to pick one each.
Ooh,
Oh,
cool.
Boom.
Brilliant.
This
Boom.
couldn't have worked out any better. All right, cool. Nikki, ladies first. So can I please have a number between 2 and 13, both numbers included?
13.
13. All right. Gonna randomize. So the winner is Ye Old Reviews,
Congratulations.
whoever ye may be. Ye Old Reviews has done 2 posts, Spirits Tuesday posts, and is this week's first winner.
Fantastic. Well
Amazing.
done.
Fantastic.
Nice.
Well, we'll double up on our giveaway then, so
We
both
don't mind.
people will get all these as well.
Yeah, we're
Amazing.
back.
We'll double it up.
Amazing. All right. Anthony, you're next. Between 2 and 12.
Okay, we'll go for 4.
4. All right. So here, randomize again. All right. Balcones Winston.
There you go.
Straight from Texas.
Congratulations.
Nice. Or at least I think it's from I mean, I don't know if this is Winston from Balcones, the distillery in Texas, but if it is, it will be going to Texas.
Fantastic. Be the furthest one. I don't know, is it furthest one? No, I think we've sent one to Australia. And
All right.
been Australia, America, and
Yeah, we're doing a few.
few
Nice.
places.
You guys are spreading out worldwide.
Yeah.
Nice. That's amazing.
Yeah.
All right. Balcones Winston and Ye Old Reviews. Double up this
Well
week.
done.
Amazing.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
As soon as they get in touch, you send us their addresses and we'll get the
Sort it out.
envelopes.
I'll get
to them.
I'll get all that stuff sorted out, and I'll keep you guys in the loop once they
Absolutely.
get back.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Nice. Thanks for coming in, guys. This was awesome. And
Thank you
yeah,
for inviting us. Yeah. It was nice to hang out.
Yes, we met in London. I didn't even say that in the beginning. Like, you guys came to London and we met up and we hung out for a drink.
Yeah.
And we decided to do this. So yeah, thanks again. It was amazing.
No, thank you, mate.
you.
Thanks for your time. Thanks for having us.
It's an education.
And this is what we want, like I said.
Yeah.
This is what. Yeah, absolutely. We can do more if you ever need us again to not know what we're talking about.
Yeah. If
We're
you
here
just,
for you.
yeah.
Nice. Well, maybe we'll do a YouTube rematch.
Yeah,
So
absolutely.
you guys can send me some blind samples. So
All right.
we'll turn it
Gotcha.
around.
Good deal. Yeah.
We'll do that, definitely.
That's
100%.
fine. Cool.
Well, yeah,
Nice.
thank you for having us so much.
Thank you very much.
It's been fun,
It
hasn't it?
has been fun. And
Nice.
I'm warm. I feel shiny now. It's
Yeah.
like I'm
Oh,
warm.
yeah.
Yeah. It's warm.
It's so hot. I'm gonna put the fan on and just maybe I'll take a cold shower.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think so. We can't complain. I can't with the weather we have here. It's.
I know. Yeah, we shouldn't complain. It's
Bank
amazing.
holiday. You never get a good bank holiday, so this has been a good bank holiday, long weekend.
Yeah.
Do you tend to drink much whiskey when it's hot, or do you not drink it in the?
I will usually put some ice in it and some sugar and bitters.
Yeah.
Make an old fashioned. Yeah, it becomes quite difficult to drink when it's too hot, because it's the same. I can't remember when I talked about it before. I can't remember where, but like if you put ice in your whiskey, you kind of numb the flavors a little bit. The aroma kind of die, but the heat does the same thing. So if it's too hot, you can't really smell and the taste is kind of numb.
Yeah. Yeah, we've noticed that. It definitely affects it, doesn't it?
Yeah.
We did a review today in a park, of all places.
Oh, wow. Nice.
Yeah, yeah. Went for a picnic and did a review while we were there. So it's that. We've always said this. It's sometimes where you're drinking the whiskey can affect how you enjoy it as much as the whiskey itself.
It
We had a
so
lovely
nice,
day,
really.
sun was shining, nice picnic, and the whiskey was just amazing.
Yeah, it's
But we won't tell you which one it is, and you'll see the video when it comes out soon.
Mm.
But the clues in the name, we kind of did it in a forest, so we all
That's not hard to figure out, is it?
yeah.
I'll give it a guess, but I'll leave people to go and check out your channel over on YouTube.
Thank you.
Thank you so
Thank you
much.
to everybody that watched as well.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Much
Yeah, absolutely. Thanks everyone for checking in. And with that said, we'll close it out. And if you don't already follow these guys, New Dram Drinker over on YouTube, go check it out. It's amazing. Nice journey to follow. And yeah, maybe even some cooking. Who knows?
Yeah, who knows?
See you later.
Cheers,
Thank
guys.
you.
Bye, bye guys.
See you later. Bye-bye. Bye.
Bye.
Thank you for watching this episode of Spirits People Live. For more videos, check out spiritspeople.com, subscribe on YouTube, and be sure to follow us on Instagram, where we connect you with spirits people worldwide.